Alright. It's a hero.
Okay.
It deals damage.
It has stuns.
It stuns.
It's very
Kind of what I asked for.
It's true.
very versatile. Like we'll
I
see what
didn't
they go
like,
for on him.
specify anything.
Kept it vague.
Is this Quas Vex, by the way? Should
Yes,
be,
yes.
right?
Kept it like you almost had nothing to say.
Maybe, you know, it's like super late game, TB takes over. It's a possibility. I'm also leaning towards Vici Gaming winning this one. Not a big fan of no stun drafts. Like, you have a cold snap, you have a Pangaloose rolling thunder, but is that enough? In my book, it isn't.
My book says I do that. I have to go Vici because there's curse.
Glorious!
Prepare for
Let's do this.
battle.
Game number 2 could be a game number 3.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
That's how you do it. That's how you get game 3s.
Yeah, that's how you do it. One team wins one game, then the other team wins one game, and you get the third game. Nicely said, B-Cup. That's why we have you here.
That's why I get put on screen. Say things like that.
I mean, a late game at Terrorblade with Reflection against Luna, it's super annoying playing into, and he just outranges Luna. But then again, like, and he also has this Invoker who can use Alacrity on him. He has a Dazzle, so there could potentially be a Grave and then into Sunder type of a play.
30 seconds to battle.
But playing into Mana Burn, playing into Timbersaw, the silences, like the burst potential from Vici Gaming is super good. And this Timbersaw could cause a lot of issues. Like, he doesn't like to play into Dazzle, but this is, you know, off-lane Dazzle this time around. So against the position 5 Snapfire, still lowering your armor, but I feel Timbersaw should have a really good game in the laning stage.
Short eventually. Interested in it. Old 11. We'll see how he does. Ready to see Faith Beyond on a conventional. Just that. I like to see him succeed. People don't, you know?
We've seen some mid dazzles that like go for Hand of Midas, then Greaves, Octarine, Core. You don't scale as a mid hero as well. It's like, it feels like you need to finish the game early on, but as an off lane, we'll see how this one's gonna go.
What was the build that Nomad was doing with Dazzle?
Oh, we don't talk about that. that I was like, this can't be real. But for people are wondering like what was it? So he was just using the, I think it was the old shard which gave you attack, AoE attack or whatever it was, and then he was using Grave on himself, full HP, like try to deal damage as a support Dazzle. Maybe it was even a mid Dazzle, I don't know, but it
like
was
an arcane blink.
Yeah. Shout out to my bow Nomad trying to be very creative, didn't work out.
The innovations don't look smart all the time. You're innovating. Nothing to say right now. 5-0 to the Storm's 8-1. Sapori, one of those signature or
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
pressure. Like previous game. Oh, top lane, Fate Beyond in a bit of a trouble.
And Old 11 was in trouble too, bot. Disarm onto Poyoyo for a second, trying to make something happen in these lanes, but so far, no kills. 2 minutes in, and things are getting close. It seems like there's aggression in 3 lanes, so I guess Tom is what we were seeing in that first game for 5 or so. We'll have to see if anything really breaks out.
Oh, Poyoyo top lane, a lot of slow.
He's getting chased. Lucent B might turn this around. DY with the first blood.
And DY also has healing spell for Poyoyo. We'll use it straight away. Once again, DY seems like he's going to have a really good game on this stat profit.
Yeah, and he was really early in the first game, but game towards the mid game of he really broke out. You could feel how much he was. The silence was so good, and it could be really troublesome for Ame especially.
Just DP out, will be able to do so. Goes back to base. Like has a full magic wand, ring of protection, fairy fire. Very tanky on a position 5 stat profit. On the bottom lane, PYW, he needs to pull the lane, stay out of XP range from Timbersaw so that he can get the levels. Once you get that second point in the reactive armor, you don't feel it got nerfed, but it's still a very strong ability, especially when you're playing in the Terrorblade, into Snapfire. They just rely so much on just dealing the right-click damage, pretty much.
Right. Now just that 1-0. Fury is dominating mid at 34-2. Such a good time. We've got that soaring picked up for the Timber. This is really trouble. They don't take care of this. They're gonna bring over Y. PYW right on his tail. Done, but PSG looking for the storm, and he's got no mana to work with, and now he's got no light.
Dire's middle
That kill on
tower
a worry,
is
they'll
under
slow
attack.
down that big start he was having.
He was having a lot of CS, but a lot of those CS come from the jungle. So Invoker was not having that bad of a time, and now he's even ahead of him by 100 gold. Hey! Going at the Urn, it's a good Spirit Vessel game this time around, because Luna eventually will have a lifesteal. It's great against the Death Prophet, and most importantly, early on, you have something against the Timber Saw. So this should be his item build, you know, getting the Spirit Vessel online as soon as possible.
That early Vessel, had that minus armor, Snapfire, like, you can take out, not too daunting of it. Taking some damage. Fate Beyond needs to be careful. A bit of a hero, and you and
I convey your spirit to the lawful realm.
Dazzle has boots, 8-1 charges, has another heal, Fairy Fire, he should be fine. No mana to cast the Lucent Beam. I'll have one if he uses the stick, but
Radiant's bottom
seems
tower
not
is under attack.
follow him. PYW wants to get a courier, possibly. Will not be able to do so. So this becomes problematic. TB, he needs to fail. Like, he understands at this point there's no really anything for me to get out of the bottom lane. I'll just go to the jungle, point and conjure image. That should be a tower right now. Why? Trying to collect some XP, if you find him, like he's just straight up dead. He TP'd there, so pretending to be AFK in the trees.
Does that work?
Sometimes, yeah, you know, because this is gonna be some XP for him. So try to then scan or try to see if he's there. 11, this is the last hit on the tower. Will get himself to level 6 after the next creep wave.
He'll get to that level 6. PYW's having this game. Wand sitting on the trees, not really being found out at all just yet. His way out, back into the lane. Meanwhile, you take a look at net worth. Obviously, now leading is Luna, up a K for Vici. Spear Vessel. Possibly. See where LGD are gonna potentially start to make a move, if at all.
A lot of stack. They have good heroes to take the stacks with. Most likely it's just going to be Storm, because Luna does not have a single point in Moon at the moment, just keeping the point in case she needs to bail to jungle, or if they make like an aggressive move, she puts a point in Eclipse, understands like, I'll just be jungling from now on, so puts those 2 points in the Moonglaves.
What's the build here?
Dark light!
It's just the Greed Solar Crest.
Straight up utility like that?
Yeah, possibly a Glimmer Cape as well, because they have a lot of magic resistance. Magic damage, sorry. Look at the minus armor. They have one core who just heavily deals physical damage. That's Terrorblade. So they have Bad Juju, Dazzle. They have Lucky Shot. They have Snapfire with the Little Shredder, potentially building up that medallion. Dazzle eventually will get the Solar Crest because it lowers the cooldown and you can use it on multiple targets, which is really nice.
Goes in term.
Dire's top tower is under
Pushing
attack.
the tier 1 up towards top. You've got Luna in the jungle right now. DY just in the trees. He was spotted coming over. Finish off. Dragging away. UNW placed down a ward, but he gets immediately spotted. Spike as well as the impale. Fire snap, but he's not going to land on the DYW, but they've got the tornado as well as the EMP. Damage
Radiant's
is
middle tower is under
enough.
attack.
Walks up onto the high ground and he'll survive this onslaught that was coming out from LGD.
Meanwhile, in the bottom left, 11 gets
Radiant's
a kill
bottom
solo
tower is
on
under attack.
Q. Like 11 is gonna have a good time. He needs to be able to get an item that's gonna provide them with
Radiant's
spell
bottom
mechanic to
tower
remove
is under attack.
that Spirit Vessel, which is gonna be online in another 600 gold, but they still need to get a kill to get the charges. So either a Lotus Orb or get that Yule Scepter to be able to dispel things, set things up possibly for a next Assassin Stun.
Saw QIW really land first game. See how much of an impact he has in this game, currently sitting 0-0, and even with the low amount of kills, you're pulling away.
Probably the ball lightning
and go for Q again.
Probably they have no stuns, so you can't make any aggressive plays. You need Jinky trying to collect some XP on the bottom, get himself to level 6, because he is their stun and also Invoker with the like Tornado and Cold Snap. But the chase potential is just not there. Like their heroes are very bad at chasing people down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Landing a fire snap. Some pressure on the top one, but it's really not doing anything. And they can't do anything on the left. Just standing between tier 2, tier 3.
Radiant structures are
putting the
fortified.
damage onto the tier 2 bottom, the glyph. He can still just stand there. It's not
Radiant's
really
bottom
a
tower
deterrent.
is under
They
attack.
can't do anything.
Visibility.
Meanwhile, it's just jungling, being in a triangle, 3 points in Glaze, Mask and is done, going into Mantis now. Pretty standard stuff from Luna. On the other side, we have a Storm Spirit who needs to finish off the Kaya. We've seen a lot of different builds on the Storm Spirit, whether it's like, oh, I need to be able to jump the backline, find some heroes like a Dazzle. I'm going for Kaya is okay, but if you like, because they don't have stuns. I'm not a big fan of Kaya's stun in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
If you want to upgrade your Kaya, just get a blood stone. You wouldn't mind seeing that here.
Dire's top
Corey
tower
gets the
is
kill
under
there
attack.
onto Ame. It's from that
Radiant's
ward
middle
that
tower is under
PYW
attack.
placed down. They saw him
Radiant's
come up
bottom
the high
tower
ground, and
has
they
fallen.
should have seen him place that
Dire's
ward, but it
top
got
tower
to stay
is
there the
under
entire
attack.
time, and eventually that's what gives them the vision on Ame.
It's gonna get de-warded, but they got a big... that was Ame farming Ancient, just popped the meta, and now they lost the tier 2 tower, so they can take the outpost. DY is gonna do that. That means no XP for LGD. 11 minutes in.
That's devastating. Like, that's going to be part of what's helping Vici snowball. Because I truly think the snowball, it's rolling, and I don't know if he can stop it.
Shadow Wave!
Storm, double damage.
Radiant's middle tower
Like,
is
they will
under
take
attack.
another fight. I'm surprised this did not get rewarded. They're going to pick them up once again. Why? And please takes up the back.
Wanted it. Now they're going to go for the timber, but they're getting whacked on. So going for hold 11, you might be able to get something out of it, but it doesn't look likely. They'll come from behind. They've got the exorcism. They're looking over as the it's not the ball in as well as the vortex. Shallow break, saving GQ for a second. They've got Ozu.
Killing spree! Axes free!
They're looking for They'll get the kill on the dazzle. They'll take out a second. It's a killing spree here for Ori. Focus their attention on the top tier 1. And things just continue to get out of hand.
And just a disaster fight for LGD.
Radiant's
First they
top tower has
catch
fallen.
Terrorblade, who's farming the triangle. I guess they were trying to go and connect with him, because their lineup is really good
Radiant's
going
top
together.
tower
They
is
can't
under
really
attack.
start the fights with their heroes. So that's exactly what they need to do, just group up. But killing Terrorblade kind of killed the momentum there.
Slow it down. They did finally reward that observer. They got the vision away, but looking at the way that they placed these, it took them a couple tries.
Dire's middle tower is under
Only
attack.
3.
Yeah, they dropped this one. Missed.
Also, they need to get this Spirit Vessel charged.
Tornado EMP looking
Cooking is not.
Both snaps there. Poison touch, one of those kisses. The damage is out. They're going to kill onto this. They're coming around the back again. They've got the silence from DY. They're still doing a lot of work. They get the kill on the DY. There's going to be a second. Lose PYW's courier. He's on the run. Free for them to spot him.
Precious bounty.
This Spirit Vessel doing a lot, like you can see that Prophet. Even though she's relatively farmed for position 5, just straight up dies there. No real counterplays. Ghost Scepter far away from it. I would love to see a Dispel coming out from Old 11. He's going a bit more tanky build, greedy route, what I would call. Getting Kaya Sand, which is a great item on the Timber Saw. But in this situation, I feel like you need to be able to
Dire's
dispel
top
things.
tower
Like Lotus
is under
Orb is
attack.
such a valuable item, because you can remove the Poison Touch, you
Radiant
can
are
remove the
scanning.
Disarm, like the minus armor from the Lil Shredder. He doesn't like so that's really good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
On the Jinx. Team to get the kill. But eventually falling, nothing to say. She can't do anything to save us.
Ajitki did a very good job there, controlling the Timber Saw. Pretty much doesn't get better than this. And also using a healing salve while he's rolling. He understands there's no range heroes around him, but he needs to stop the healing salve. He spawns after the rolling thunder with almost 4 HP. He can't get it off.
Oh, Sunder just in time. PYW now in trouble. Cold snap.
Oh, good
kisses.
kisses.
And that's right on the Ori. Ame gets the kill. That's a spree and a goal of this TV. And he tips him.
Yeah, Ame needs to, get
Dire's
the
middle
gold
tower
somewhere.
is under attack.
He is still farming decently, but it's just pretty much handed to
Ame again. They know he doesn't have Sunder, so they're just going to body.
Dire's middle tower
This is
is under
stunned,
attack.
not a body blow.
They got Mac, they're turning this around. It's problem for Vici. One of them comes out. Is caught. He's on the rolling thunder. Dust ends as he pulled up into the air. Just lost the vessel. Whips, they found a Shadow Grave, but can they keep Ame on? It looks like they can. Shadowy Frost waiting on the back line.
Storm's out of mana.
Chasing up through Sapphire. For Spirit Vessel on DUI, quite a bit of damage. The fire's not produced because of DUI that still lost Ori to face beyond. I look over at Poyoyo. Very worth it. And why? He's got a double kill. They take out 4 heroes.
Fabian actually got a kill on Ori from just the poison touch. They had a Spirit Vessel running on him. Just too much damage. Like I don't like this itemization from Vici game where they hide a Sonic on a Timber Saw and the same item pretty much for the Storm Spirit. Like you will eventually need a BKB.
Replay right as the Rolling Thunder runs out.
Also, Jinq, like every single time he uses his Swashbuckle, there is a proc on a lucky shot.
Shallow Grave, keep it alive. Just enough to draw Ori.
Level 1 Shallow Grave, like you get so much. The cast range got improved, the cast time, sorry, and the cooldown got reduced. So level 2 Shallow Grave is 22-second cooldown ability. Too bad.
GD. On really starting to be a threat.
At this point, he's relatively farm, but his positioning has been amazing. And like once you get to that level, which is really good, 225 heal on Shallow Grave, and plus the Guardian Greaves, plus the heal. Like they need to be able to jump him. They have Storm Spirit, they have Nyx Assassin. I'm actually surprised Storm didn't decide to go for Orchid this time around, because like you can lock Invoker, you can jump Dazzle. Right. Sure, you can't jump Dazzle now because he has a Guardian Greaves, so he will be able to dispel things, but I think he would get a kill on a PB there. It was a turnaround fight for PSG.LGD.
With level 2 of the Bad Juju, already on a cooldown of 29.6 seconds.
Dire are scanning.
It's, especially with the way Faith Beyond's positioning, he can probably get that off 2 or 3 times in a fight. Guardian Greaves off. Continue to Shadow Wave. Continue to use the Shallow Grave. Be such an
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They just are
Radiant's
not answering the
middle
call at the
tower is
moment on
under attack.
Vici. Like LGD, that's a big fight for them. Vici need to recognize that they need it. I don't know if Axe from Ori is what they need.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good question. I'm just thinking what value do they
Dire's
get
top
from this
tower
axe?
is under attack.
Some other items that he could possibly build, like a BKB, maybe Orchid, if he does not want to go for BKB. Yeah, like pull into possibly Silence from the Dead Prophet, Nyx Assassin Stun, keep them in place
Dire's
for
top
Luna to
tower
deal the
is under
damage.
attack.
This is a big item on Luna BKB. We're gonna go Thunder again.
Zone 11, they get a kill on a wall. They look over the BKB pop by Poyoyo.
Radiant's middle
Sunstrike
tower
down, but it's
has
not gonna
been
let.
denied.
They also denied the tower, so no gold for Vici Gaming. NQ is just controlling this Timbersaw. Like Timbersaw, he's probably regretting going for this item. You know, Kaya San just gives you status resistance, so the stuns don't last that long. Maybe a Yule Scepter would have been a better choice, because you can use it.
Radiant are scanning.
You can't be frame perfect every single time you roll. Yeah.
It's a speedrunner phrase comment. Be frame perfect. Skip from Goma right to Ganon.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Feel free to inform me.
Over here!
Quick skip. First dungeon of Green of Time. You can skip like end it.
Yeah, we can skip this conversation right now because I still don't know what we're talking about.
Killed there. Tries to TP, face out. He'll get credit for another one. He's going for the dash.
Shadow Wave!
Has the gold to finish it off. And he's level 13, so it's not everything. Shadow Grave now at level 3. Will be level 4 soon. Naps cooldown, and then did he go?
Radiant's top tower is under
level
attack.
of bad juju. Be able to grave and grave and grave. Grave used to be the axe up. AoE grave? Or was it the...
Yeah, I believe so. And now you have grave every 10 seconds once your bad juju is maxed out.
Yeah.
So Luna has a BKB. She also has Manta stuff to get rid of those Spirit Vessel charges, Disarm, and Reflection coming out from TB. But yeah, TB is just carry-to-carry matchup. TB is much, much stronger than Luna, because eventually you will have no Dispel and then using Reflection, slowing her down. The Scotty, like the big item here. Against the Timbersaw, using the healing, regeneration, same goes for Death Prophet. Like Luna eventually, like you want to buy Satanic. Satanic is good because we didn't have this carry-to-carry matchup with the third item that dispels. Satanic gives you the spell and you have the Reflection, which is pretty big.
Comes into play here. He's just look out for this Force Staff. And I'm waiting for eventually pick up that shard.
Oh, shard is also super good on that. So that 1.25-second hex.
I feel like that's a little bit of a balance. It's not a hex and spell immunity and attack speed
and lowers the cooldown by 5
and
seconds.
HP regen.
It's a good one. It's definitely, you know, up there.
Dire are scanning.
Drops. You will pick
Dire's
up
middle
the
tower
double
is under
damage.
attack.
So I assume Force Staff, Dazzle, probably guard, unless.
A shard was good
drop it.
for being able to potentially disengage. Like you can also stop them from having a good engagement in a team fight. Great against the Storm Spirit. So Storm has Aghanim Scepter plus Kaya and Sange done. Going into BKB, it seems like they still don't feel very comfortable to take the fight. Sean is up. He's been out for a very long time in this game, just scouting things out from the pit. Like one good fight, and both of the teams can take it. Favoring LGD a bit more because of all the minus armor. Solar Crest done. Jin Q has Lucky Shot 3. Bad juke. It's just so much. Like they're gonna feel the right clicks coming up from this TB.
Get a quick pause, and even though it feels like LGD are kind of leading the charge on this game, Vici are still up 4K.
You are correct, but if you spread out that gold, 4,000 gold across 5 heroes, that's not even 1,000 gold per hero, so that's really not that much.
Pull down a little bit. Got top of the net worth. Body going into the BK. We'll see. A little bit back to the experience. Have we favoring Vici as well? Well, Nix at Nest Sapphire at 11, Nix at 12. Form to the Invoker, 18. Between them. Both teams kind of taking their foot off the gas. Felt like we were fighting quite a bit, and during the Vici, maybe get a little bit gun. Now they picked up that Ags on Storm. I don't think they've had a fight with it just yet.
BKB down on Luna. Like item sync is not there. Like Ag, you still need a BKB to take the fight. Big zip.
All the way over on the Y, the snap fire. That's something they can really use potentially to get Roche.
He is in.
URW on the rope.
He's out.
He spins and wisely turns the other way. The exorcism, they're trying to go in on this. Or maybe even force LGD away from the pit enough that they can take the agent. EMP.
Will not burn any man.
BKB's been popping nothing to say. Vici starting to get out of dodge. Get themselves an Aegis on Luna.
God, that's the most important thing. That Luna got the
Radiant's
Aegis.
bottom tower is
Get
under attack.
snatched. As mentioned, they got the last hit.
Got that last hit with the sword.
So big items, Storm Spirit, BKB. Then he doesn't need to care about them initiating on him. He's very afraid of even just a cold snap. There is a real save. Best save they got pretty much is the Lotus Orb. Try to reflect things. Like Dazzle has, you know, one job. Dig with that shovel. Dig me those bounties. Keep digging. Find all of them. Down. Set foul. But there we go. Into not so passive shovel anymore.
Passive hovel.
That's what I just. You even listening, B-Cup? Or you're just trying to have some stuff in your head?
Swashbuckle fires. Cookie not gonna land on
Radiant structures
BKB's
are
been picked up by
fortified.
Ame.
I understand it. You know, you're focused on your job. You don't give a damn what I say. That's how I would. With the vortex and the ball lightning, they get the off really quickly. They'll go to Snapfire immediately. Popeye nothing to say. He's the one forcing them back. Yes, the silence is making their life really difficult to get out of the base. I guess I'll just die.
Yeah. Okay. Under the tier 4s, I guess I'll just die, blink over, looking at CYW with the roll up the Rolling Thunder. Might keep him up in the air.
Oh, what a
play! He does get the kill. DQ, though, he needs to be a little careful. He did just, in fact, buy back.
But he controlled him nicely. Like, he controlled Nyx Assassin there with the roll up, turns around, finds the perfect clip, and then swashbuckles on top of the hill while he's getting the last hit on it. If he misses one swash, like 1 point of swash, he wouldn't get that kill.
Part next, the Timber. BKB on Storm. That fight's certainly going to help him get that gold. Get to it quicker. And
hunting bounties.
Illusion!
Innocence, he just the he'll be the one holding it. Wanna be the one.
How are you gonna give it to someone with the front line to be able to scout the next assassin? I guess Invoker can be the one holding it, because if you see next assassin as a Snapfire, it might already be too late.
Yeah.
But they have a grave, so if they just stick around, go together, could potentially have a save. Now Luna going into Butterfly. Maybe not a hero that likes to build MKB, but eventually, if needed, he will build it. Prefers different items.
What would you prefer in this situation?
I think he needs to go all in on the damage. Daedalus. Like he was thinking about different stuff, but I think Daedalus is the play. Like he needs to be able to just delete the hero. They have so much minus armor.
Right.
He was thinking about the Butterfly.
Ball lightning vortex coming through. On enough in a save. He's dead. Does not have buyback. Big problem. No invoker for 60 seconds. This is a long ways out.
They still have 30 seconds left on this Aegis. Meta is available. They might need to take the fight.
Yeah, Ball lightning would be Hibibi Pop by Ame. They're going to start to leave, but Koyoyo, he slowed so much, and the timing's okay. He's at this and you at least get to use it without the timings from LGD where he's done.
Disarms from a lot of it, plus the reflection as well. They need to shred through this tower. 19 seconds until
There it is.
Invoker is back, and now the bounces start. Like, this is their time. They will pop a BKB if needed, and right now, a lunch flying time for his team.
11 Ball lightning all the way in, going deep, looking for Ame. There's the shallow grave as well for Fire Snap Cookie. The Vortex isn't going to be enough. They've got themselves the bottom set of racks gone. Out chase.
Q will go for the roll. This Stonefoot has low mana, no TP, but has BKB.
IW, Carrot, coming in, bumping him up into the air.
They got something, at least, you know. It's a kill, but good usage of the Aegis there from Luna. You can see the carry match. Something I talked about. Like, Luna does not feel comfortable. A lot of slows. They don't have a single defensive. So, okay, they just finished the 4 step with that profit, so at least they'll be able to push people out of the trouble.
You watch just how slow the Luna got. And the timing was almost there for LGD. Would have been impressive if, like, he just ticks out, they get the kill, then this game completely changes. He was just a little bit ahead of it, though. They've also got Shard on Timber, so he's got that flamethrower now. Big fan.
Yeah, big fan. I'm also known as the flamethrower in my pub. Throwing the flames toward the enemies in the old chat.
Did that hot fire?
Yeah, gotta keep the game interesting.
$11K. See what Vici can do. Maybe the close. At hold 11.
I'm getting a
Tornado keeps the Lotus Orb on himself. Timber Chain trying to run. And they're not going to chase. Actually, Vici, they've come over. Just not close enough.
Timbersaw decided to go for Hood. They have Spirit Vessel, they have Scotty. Most value you get from the item, but makes you tanky though.
Goods through, they've got the Hex, the Lotus Orb. Now, this is not out. 11 gets the Vortex.
Thunder!
He can't get it off! God, he Shallow Grave the wrong hero!
Oh.
Got them in their sights, and Christian, and he'll try Shallow Grave and TP out. They've got the Vortex, they have the control, and they'll get the kill. 3 dead on LGD, no buyback. UIW.
I think Ame was expecting Grave there to be able to use the Sunder. They spread out nicely, some illusions around him, so he's like, do I go for it? Do I not?
When they got pulled in by the Vortex, it's just the potential misclick.
Maybe,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know. Try to give the benefit of the doubt, Faith Beyond, you know? Tornado comes through, and
Radiant structures are fortified.
They will go for the tier 4s. This is the glyph. No buyback on Snapfire. No buyback on that. We'll be out in 10 seconds. A lot of damage on these towers. Look at those bounces.
Thunder, Blink in, roll up, looking over, absolutely. He's got to be careful. That's helpful. Not having Aegis
Radiant's
to work
middle
with this
tower
time.
is under attack.
Jinkyu had amazing game on this 4 Pango. Like, he's been doing God's work.
The game's so good that the intervention is there for OTP to win this one.
What is Divine Intervention again?
first team. Side source taking over.
Radiant are scanning.
I love you, being careful. So yeah, Luna getting closer to her satanic. That's gonna be another way of dispelling things, removing that like possible cold snap, spirit vessel, and most importantly, reflection. We've seen Nyx Assassin, what he can do once he gets that Aghanim Scepter.
Dire are scanning.
We've seen these almost like the X makes it so that he garners the attention of the other team.
Yeah, you kind of want to focus him, but you also don't want to focus him because he's super annoying when burrowed.
So now you're going with a Nyx Assassin who you want to kill, a Timber who you have to kill, and then the 3 heroes find those 2 ready to go. Work it up. Maybe this time. Timing.
Eventually, Wicked will be picked up by the Storm Spirit. 37 minutes in. A bit doubting what they're gonna do with the Aghanim Scepter, but they managed to pull off like one big fight. They're inside a bit. Solar Crest plus Alacrity on TV.
All lightning, that's it. Tornado coming out, they're hitting the road. So he needs to head into the Abe. Got this storm really low. Pops the BKB and just ball lightnings out. That was really risky. This gives an opportunity to LGD.
Demon Zeal, Terrorblade managed to pick up the shard. I need to see through the numbers again. Cost 20% of TV's current HP, 50 move speed, 50 attack speed, 7 seconds, and provides 100% more bonus while melee. 40 seconds cooldown. Not too bad.
Not too bad considering probably gonna get healed after using it.
Exactly. We don't
Radiant's
care too
top
much
tower
about
is under
the
attack.
current HP removal.
Standing there in the meta, he's got the
Radiant's
Seal.
top tower has fallen.
The icon.
Looks like a cat.
Yeah, looks like the cat.
Yeah, cat jam.
Yeah. Rule 11 trying to move in. You got the X.
Grave off. Okay, Sunder.
He's got his Sunder. He's moving forward, trying to do enough damage on all of us, but he's taking out a lot over and Ame, they've got the ice wall down, but there's the Challenge Grave coming up from Cheese, trying to keep alive.
Cheese?
Can he use the Cheese? Yes, he can, but I don't know if the Cheese is going to be enough of a situation for him to survive.
Radiant's
They
top
look over
tower
at Old
is
11,
under
who's now
attack.
out of mana, but they've corralled them into the base. Now they're trying to break through the
Radiant's middle tower. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The LG have the answer. They look over and worried. Moves up into the air, trying to survive. Sun strikes off the mark, getting the side of the Pango. So he can do that. Coming out of the middle of the that has to be reflected back. Thanks to the Lotus Door.
11.
Touch and Old 11. He's
Still alive. Has that Lotus plus a 4-staff, keeping him alive.
QOW gets to move forward and inside the Radiant base. He's trying to use that rolling thunder as well as the roll up to try and disrupt these heroes on the side of BG. Maybe we can get a kill.
They're just going for the Megas.
Ame will go into meta. He's trying to make something happen. He's got the Thunder off on Old 11, but he's still keeping on to
But no Sunder.
Again, why? Shallow grave, survive, but the right foot coming from Koyoyo just opening
Radiant's middle tower has
that
fallen.
don't have buyback and are out of this game completely. Penguin, it can't survive through the Still not dead. They get the gun out. And Vici will take the series 2-0.
What an aggressive move in the end by Vici Gaming. They're like, we don't care that you just picked up ages, that you just picked up cheese and the show.